Okay, so we'll be starting our session with respect to case study at the rate 1000. Okay, so here what we have seen yesterday, we have seen one of the case which was from the part of India, that is with respect to monsoon and with respect to changing temperature and pressure belt system, how it is impacting Indian monsoon. We have seen that part. Now in the today's part, what we will be seeing here, we will be going with the session part. And the first topic which we need to discuss it is the geomorphology, which becomes basis for our unit 1. Okay, so here what we will be starting here with, we will be looking at the various landforms which have been provided uh, from the Indian context, from the world context, the various, we can say, the models, theories, laws which are associated with this part, the approach part here. Okay, so we'll be looking at those parts. Okay, so Dwarka, how are you? You can message here also, or you can unmute and you can speak. I just want to know the background about you, that what you have completed about foundation course, or you are self-studying, or you're trying to, what you are expecting here, what is your, we can say, the understanding levels, so that I can channelize everything with respect to the requirements. You can message also if you want, or you can unmute and you can speak. Completed foundation. Okay, that's good. So that's a good part there. So I also know him quite well, and it is like it is good. I know a lot of people who are also working with Sir. Okay, so let's start with the session. Okay, so what I will be starting here with, I will be taking my first case, that is with respect to channeled scablands in USA. Okay, now when we look at this channeled landscape, do you have any idea about channel landscape? Do you have any idea about it? Okay, so let's understand this part here. For this, we need to first go to the Ice Age. Okay, the Ice Age, the previous one, the Pleistocene Ice Age. So here we have seen that there were various events of glaciation and deglaciation. what used to happen here, that this was a part of land, and here there was formation of glaciers. This was the land part and there was formation of glaciers. So here what actually happened here, for example, if there is a plateau part is present in this region. Now, this plateau part, it was having certain river, so it was giving all the water into this glacier part. Now, what happened here, as we have, as we know that the glacial landscape or glacial landforms, the landforms which are formed because of the glaciers, it has been given by Peltier. Okay, Peltier was one of the student of Davis. Okay, and he was from the cyclic school. Okay, so whatever the concepts are applied here, they are following the Davis normal cycle of erosion. So here what we will be seeing, that there was formation of glacier, but there was certain part where the water was still flowing. Okay, the waters is still flowing here. So because of this situation, what we will see here, that this particular landform, it was eroded, and here we will see that the water, it is now flowing. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so what we will see here, that there was, for example, this was the glacier. This was a part of glacier. So there was erosion at the lower part, and this has resulted into the formation of one of the landform which is called as scabland here. Okay, so these are scabland. So how the scablands will be looking like, for example, this is our landform. So there will be channelizing of river water like this. Okay, but after few years, for example, just around 12,000 years from now, the ice age has ended and the global warming has started again. The global warming started here again. So because of the global warming, this has resulted into a step-like channeled topography. Okay, so what we will see here, that the various the landforms which will be seen here, which are formed because of this rivers. So here we will be seeing that the various landforms like the eskers. Okay, eskers will be seen here. Then we will see that the arties. Okay, then hanging valleys. Okay, after hanging valleys, we'll be also seeing that U-shaped valleys. Okay, and along with this, there is also change in isostasy or isostatic adjustment. Isostatic adjustment will be also seen here. Okay, so because of these reasons, we will see that the various the scab lands which are found in USA, they are having this kind of format. Okay, I will be making a 3D diagram of this part here. So here we'll be seeing that here we have presence of step-like features. And the water is flowing in between it. Okay, so this has resulted into the formation of a channel-like gradient. Okay, so this pattern or this particular landform which is formed here, it is called as channeled scrapland. Okay, it is called as channeled scrapland. Now, let's look at the contemporary part, why it was basically in news. So here we'll be seeing that this channeled landscape or this part, they were first proposed by Harlan Birds. Harlan Birds, he has proposed this. Okay, so he has proposed that there was a massive glacial outburst flood. Okay, and this was done by the Lake Missoula. Okay, it was done by Lake Missoula. Now, here he hypothesized that there was a catastrophic implications here. Actually, what happened in this part? There was a presence of the glaciers. Now, these glaciers, what happened? There was a kind of a wall-like glaciers which were present here in this part. Just let me make this diagram more accurate. So there was a landform like this, and there was a large glacier. Okay, so there was a large wall of these glaciers here, which were present here. Now, after certain part, when the global warming started, there was movement of these glaciers. Okay, because uh, they were melting, so they formed wall-like features. So because of the formation of wall-like features, they were uh, melting inside, and they were forming vast river-like pattern inside them. So this was one of the thing which was initially rejected. And when the forces inside these glaciers were not able to consolidate these glaciers, this wall like glacier, they broke down. And behind this wall, there was a glacial lake. Okay, behind this wall, there was a glacial lake where the large number of water was accumulated. And this breaking down resulted into a GLOF event, or it is also called as glacial lake outburst flow. Now, this has resulted into large scale floods, and these floods, they were catastrophic in nature. Okay, they were catastrophic, and they have resulted into the killing of millions of animals, organisms in the area of United States of America. Okay, so here we see that this kind of situation, it was seen in the United States, and here we see that how these things have been formed. Now, when we look at the other part of the models and theories, we can see the model of uniformitarianism. It has helped us in understanding this particular concept. Uniformitarianism. This has helped in understanding uh, the geomorphic processes. Okay. Second thing we'll be seeing here that there was G.K. Gilbert, who has provided the concept of dynamic equilibrium. And third thing, there was uh, Harlan Birds, who has provided the theory of mega floods in the United States of America. Okay. So here we can see that this particular part, it is quite important to understand because a large number of questions are being asked on number one, glacial landscapes. Number two, it can also be linked with the catastrophic events. In the landscape evolution. Okay, so this can also be seen here. It can be understood with this part here. Okay, now this was the first case. Second case we'll be seeing with respect to the Subanshri Lower Dam project. Subanshri Lower Dam project, we will see that it is based on Arunachal Pradesh. Uh, it is based on the state Arunachal Pradesh, and also the river Subanshri only. Okay, so this is present in the eastern Himalayas. Okay, it is present in the eastern Himalayas. Now, here one thing is important that we need to give a location of this Subanshri Lower Dam project. When I draw the map of Northeast India, okay, so here we see that here we have Brahmaputra River. Okay, in this Brahmaputra River, we have Subanshri, which is coming from Tibet region of China. Okay, so this is Subanshri River. So under this Subanshri River, we'll be seeing that we have two projects here. One is at the upper Subanshri and another is lower Subanshri at the bottom part here. Okay, so this is one of the important, we can say the dam. Now, let's move ahead. Now, this Subanshri, it is present in the Eastern Himalayas. Okay, here we can apply the concept of plate tectonics. Okay, another thing will be seeing that it is present in the region of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. Now, because of the plate tectonics, here will be seeing that the region it is geologically active. Okay, geologically active means here we have Eurasian plate, okay, and here we have Indian plate, and this Indian plate it is still subducting under the Eurasian plate here. Okay, so this is Eurasian plate and this is Indian plate. Now, this is the western part and this is the eastern part. So in the contemporary time, we'll be seeing that there is high forces or thrust which is applied in the eastern syntaxal band. Because of which this eastern part or eastern Himalayan region, it is more active. Okay, because it is more active, geologically it is become more active here. There are high chances of earthquakes, and these earthquakes they are of high intensity. Okay, basically this zone, if you will say that it is coming under the zone 5 under the earthquake hazard zonation. Under the earthquake hazard zonation, it is coming under zone 5, and this has been developed by Bureau of Indian Standards. Now, what we are looking at the various processes here. Now, first thing, it is seismically very active zone. Number 2, the dam which will be constructed here, it will be having implications on number 1, sediment transport. Number 2, the river morphology. Affecting its channel depth, channel gradient, Halvik, etc. Okay. Along with this, we'll be also seeing that the flood patterns they will be also affected. Plus, we will be seeing that the various biodiversity here it will also be affected in this part. So overall, we'll be seeing that it will also hampering the local communities. It may also result in their displacement. Okay, so in this Subanshri river region we will be seeing that the tribes which are living in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, can you name some of the tribes here? Can you remember some of the tribes? Okay, so here we'll be seeing that some of the local tribes which are living here, they are Mishing, Miri, etc. So these are the important tribes which are living here. When we look at the ethnicity of these tribes, they are majorly Mongoloids. Okay, they are Mongoloids in nature, and their we can say origin. We will see that they have come from the Mongolian region, and they have the physiographic adaptation. Okay, in the region of Mongol. Okay, so here we'll be seeing that they have a yellow colored, we can say, skin is there. Okay, their eyes, they have a, because the sand is in the air, okay, and it is in the high speed, so because of this they have a inverted eye part, so because of which their eyes are saved. Okay, their height is quite low as compared to the other, we can say, the cuscoids. So here we see that there are various adaptations. Okay, the body hair, it will be quite less because the region is not very cold. So because of this, we see that they have certain physiographic adaptations at this region. Now, after this, we'll be seeing that the various model series which can be applied here. Okay, number one, the fluvial, or we can say, channel morphology. Number two, the river regime theory, which is given by Leopold. Then we have human ecological adaptation. Okay, we can also provide here dynamic equilibrium theory. Okay, which was given by G.K. Gilbert. We can also apply here plate tectonics, which was given by Morgan, Mackenzie. We can also write here Tuzo Wilson, etc. Okay, so this is the part which we see here, that how this regime or construction of dam, it may hamper the overall region there. Okay, so here the question which can be asked here, it can be with respect to the geomorphological consequences of large dam constructions. Okay, it can be either in India or it can be over the world. So this can be one of the questions which can be asked in UPSC exam from this context. Okay, now next topic here we have that is with respect to the South Lona's Lake in Sikkim. When we talk about South Lunas Lake, it is also present in, we can say, the Sikkim Himalayas. Okay, so here we see that if we try to draw the map, this is Nepal region, this is Sikkim area. So here we have this South Lunas Lake. Okay, now when we look at this South Lunas Lake, it is present in the Greater Himalayas or Great Himalayas. It is present in Great Himalayas. Here we'll be seeing that this region, it is suffering from glacial lake outburst flow. Okay, so why this glacial lake outburst flow is happening? We need to understand the glacial landforms. Now, this is a mountain. Okay, for example, there is glacier here. So this glacier, it will recede and it will expand. Because of the continuous receding and expansion, there is formation of there is deposition of sediments. This deposition of sediments, it results into the formation of moraines. These moraines, when they become large, they become moraine dams. Now, these moraine dams, we will see that they are present here like this. Okay, and during the winter season, there will be presence of glacier, but during the summer season, there will be presence of water in these moraines. So this is also called as moraine lakes, or we can say glacial lakes. The glacier, it is present here, and the water, it is getting accumulated in this moraine dam. So this South Lunas Lake, it is one of the moraine dam here, and it has resulted into the formation of the glacial lake. Now, what happened here? This is one of the condition or one of the situation which is being seen in the region of Sikkim, where almost 14 potential dangerous lakes have been identified. And in this, one of the lake is South Lunas Lake. Second thing here will be seeing that this region is also seismically active. Therefore, because we have seen that there is Eurasian plate, Indian plate, and Indian plate is getting subducted under the Eurasian plate. This plate, it is geologically unstable. So third thing here, what we see that there was an occurrence of an earthquake, and because of this earthquake, this moraine dam, it was damaged, and because of the damaging of this moraine lake, the water which was present in this lake, it started flowing towards the downwards region. This has resulted into the causing of flood in this particular region. Okay, so because of this region, it was damaged, it has resulted into the floods. It took more than 160 lives in the downslope region. Okay, and there was a large scale destruction of the infrastructure. Okay, so what we see here, that this is one of the region which we need to identify, and we need to look at the various GLOF hazard sites which are needed to be identified, and they have to be taken care of. Now, fifth thing what we see, that there is climate change. Because of the climate change, here the temperature is rising, and next thing we will see here, that there is increased condition of glacial melting rate. Okay, the glacial melting rate, it is increasing here, which is also one of the issue for us to understand, because this situations, they are now becoming quite hazardous. Okay, so this is the part which we need to understand and we need to take care of the various models and theories. Number one, okay, so various models, theories, and laws here will be seeing that there is glacial geomorphology, glacial landscape development. We have denudation chronology. We also have the concept of slope failure. Slope failure, which is being provided by, we can say, Davis, Pank, King. Okay, Davis, Pank, and King. Here we have various slope theories. For example, there is Davis. He have provided uh, the slope decline. Okay, Pank, he has provided the theory for the slope as the slope replacement, and King, he has provided slope parallel retreat. Okay, so these are the various theories which are being provided under the slope failures. Then next thing what we can add here, that is the periglacial processes. Okay, so these are the various theories and models which we can add in this part here. Okay, the question which we can see, the question, it can be with respect to the hazards which are associated with glacial landforms. We can also see here the we can add the concept of, or we can add the concept from the question which we can see here. The fragility of Himalayan ecosystem. Okay, so these things we can add here in this part. Now, this is one of the case. Okay, so guys, we have covered 3 cases in this class. Now, we can understand from these cases that how it is important to understand, analyze, and look at the cases so that we can understand them in a better way. Okay, so I am concluding this class here. So see you tomorrow. All the best and take care.